Hello everyone, this is Gajanand and you are watching Take Rudranzi. In this tutorial, I will show you how to send emails to multiple users via checkbox in PHP. So let's look at a quick demo and then we will write a code. So here are master checkbox. When you checked, all the checkbox has been checked and say its email will be here. So when you uncheck, this email has been gone. So if you want to send emails to particular users, we want to send emails to this user, right? And if you want to send emails to this user, and if you want to send emails to all the users, you can check this master checkbox. But now I don't want to send all the users, just I want to send these users and this one, right? So I want to send emails to these two users, right? And here are the test message, test subject, and here are the test message. You can also drop your any HTML code, and if you want to make it this one h1 h2 and h3 something like that, it will be like this, right? So let's before to click on this send now, I want to show you my inbox, which is completely empty. So this is my previous message I have tested. Let's delete this one. Yeah, so now this one has been deleted, and when you when you click on send like this, it will send the first users and then it will send a second users one by one. So after sending successfully, it will send a successfully send to message to all the users which you have in this text area. So now what we have to see, this is the our inbox, which is a .og, and this is test subject and this is test message, text test message. So it's working fine, right? So first what we have to do, right? So before to write a code, I want to tell you very important thing, which is Take Rudranshi also provide a source code in a video description, so you can go through the link and you can download, and you will get all the you will get the zip file of source code. So don't worry about that. If you are thinking I have to write a code and it's very lengthy and how to run that, and I will help you a lot through this video course, right? So let's do it. So first thing, you need to create a database, and my database name is the multiple checkbox email, and inside I have a inside I have a table which is sign up, and ID, username, email, password, IP, membership, city and country. So these are the fields in the table of sign up, and you can insert the data like this, right? You can put your dummy data too. So also I have added the paginations, page 3 and page 5. So all the functionality is very simple it here. I will help you a lot, so please stay with me. So don't worry about anything, I will help you here, right? So this is a table, and second thing, you have to create a project. So my project name is how to send emails to multiple users via checkbox using PHP, something like that. Then after creating a project, you have to install two libraries. First is for the pagination, which is here. Pagination, for paginations you have to install this library. I will give you a link in a video descriptions. PHP paginations, you can download from GitHub. So how you can install this library? So I will install this library by composer. So composer command, you have to find it. This is a composer command, where it is, yeah, this one. This is a composer command. Let's copy this one and go to your project, and then you have to click it here on your window, on your directory. So you have to type cmd and then enter. This command prompt will be open, and you have to paste that command which we have copied from GitHub, and you have to enter. So it will take a few minutes. It's depend on your computer, sorry, it will depend on your internet speed, so we have to wait, right? So at the meantime, we can understand the thing, right? So this is the first library we have to install via composer, and this is a PHP mailer, right? So PHP mailer is for sending emails by SMTP. So we have added the SMTP servers here, right? So let's install the PHP mailer by composer. 2. So this is a composer command. If you don't know what is a composer, so don't worry about that. You can comment, I will help you here. So let's copy this command too. So it's still waiting, right? So json dot composer dot json has been updated, sorry, and loading composer repositories with packages informations, updating dependencies. It will do a lots of things for us, right? So we have to wait. So right, so it's downloaded, right? So again you have to paste this php mailer. Let's copy and paste the again another php library and hit enter. So it will download lots of things for us from php mailer. So let's wait. Yeah, so auto load, generating auto load files, it will generate lots of things for us, and all the libraries has been installed in our project. It means it will automatically create a vendor folder it here, composer.json and composer.log, and rest of the files we will create. So this is a nb project, so don't worry about that. When I create a project in a netbean, it will automatically generate this folder, so don't worry about this folder, it's not important it here. So the thing which is a vendor is important, the composer.json and composer.log. So these files are very important. So first we have to create a file which is index.php. So let's close this one. Let's open index.php and I will show you line by line, right? So let's close this one, right? Let's zoom in. So this is my bootstrap, right? This is a font awesome, and this is the plugin, right, for making a template. So template is like this. So you can make a template like this. You can put anything. This is a visual editor. For that I've added this plugin. You can just copy, you can just search on the internet. Is it trub boy yg something, I don't know how to pronounce this word, right? So you can search like this and you can get this visual editor by lxt, right? So pretty easy. So this is a css file, so don't worry about that. And this is my own css. So this is not css, not important it here, right? So all the css very simple, we know that. And the second is the connection. Second is the body tag, and we have a php tag. So php tag we have included. Let's zoom in little bit. So I have included the init.php. So init.php basically it has a connection file to database. Let's drag it here and drop it here. So let's little bit zoom in. So this is a db name. I have defined the variable, so it will it's a most requires to connect to a database, right? So db name is my the multiple checkbox emails, and db user is root, db host is localhost, and db passport is blank because I don't have password in my database because I'm using localhost. And this is mysql object. I have created it here inside init.php, and it will return a connection. So I have included this file it here, and also I have included the vendor.php, and vendor.php, which is this one, inside have vendor folder. So this vendor we have generated by our php libraries from github y composer. So this is a vendor, and we have autoload.php, right? And then we are simply write a query which is select all from sign up, and sign up is our table name inside a database, right? And we have this will return all the rows. It will count all the rows from our database. So suppose your database table have 100 records, it will count by this property of mysql I number rows. And this is a pagination. So pagination, this is a pagination which we have downloaded from github. So let's go back to github. So this is for pagination. So pagination is simply it here. Yeah, so this is the pagination class. and it will automatically add it via our composer via our PHP library which we have downloaded by composer. So this is a class and it takes a few properties, total, count, and count. It will show it if you have 100 records, it will count it here. And we want to let's remove this confusing word, right? And again I have written the select, also I have written the query to select all from sign up and limit. So this is the offset and this is limit. So this functionality, if you don't know, don't worry about that. It will be a limit dynamically we are setting to make paginations. And this is connection, and this connection we are getting from any .php, and this is a query, and inside we are writing a query. This is a variable and we are putting inside a query, right? So all the users will be here. And then second thing is which is this one, put a div of bottom of your HTML, and you can put it anywhere, right? It's no matter. And also pagination class have the widget class, widget property, which is a static pagination and static. This is a method, static method we are calling, right? So inside we are putting a pagination and pagination, right? So don't worry about that, you have to write like this. And we are also added the jQuery with CDN, and this is also a plugin for viewing editor. You can see, you can download these JS files, and this is our own JS file, which is main.js. we will show in a minute, so don't worry about that, right? So inside here, let's come back. So this is a user, and we are getting all the users. You can put it all the users normally like this, as usually we are fetching users data. So this is a users, user and users, and fetch this one, right? So we are fetching the data to a email user data, like email, username and member since. So you can see username, email, and member since is here, right? So it's pretty easy. So let's understand another thing. So just simply we are showing, we are fetching the data from database in a bootstrap table. So this is a bootstrap table, and this idea is important. I will show you in a minute, right? So in the loop is ending it here. So the rest of the form is here, which is this one. This form we have to make. So for that we are adding the form tag, right? And this is a h4 email compose, you can see it here. And then the text area, this is the first text area, this is second, this is for subject, this is input field, and this is a text area, and this is another text area where we can write a message it here, right? So the HTML is not important, right? So let's see a main.js, which is main.js file. So let's look main.js. Let's go back, and main.js, let's drag this one and drop it in our code editor. So this is a main.js. So first I will show you viewing editor. So this is a message. So this ID is very important. So just go bottom up here of this page, and this is a form, and where we have a ID, which is a text area, which is text area for the message. So this is a text area for message. We can type anything with that. You can put it h1, h2, h3, bold, and anything. You can put an image, right? So for that we are adding a viewing editor. So this ID is very important. It's a message, and message, this is ID, and this ID selector of jQuery, and we are calling the method, which is strub boyng. I'm not able to pronounce what is this. Okay, so don't worry about that. So second thing is we have a checkbox, right? So this is for master checkbox, m checkbox dot on click and function. So m checkbox is this one, m checkbox. This is a master checkbox, actually this one. This is a master checkbox, and its ID have m checkbox. M checkbox is the master checkbox, And master checkbox, when you click, right, when you click, it will get, it will checked all the rest of checkbox like this, the input and checkbox, and not to first one, right? So this one we don't want to check, sorry, this one also want to check. And I don't know, this is a functionality, but when this line of code is, when you checked, it will be checked all the six checkbox, right? So these two lines we have understood, this two functionality. And also we want to we have a function which is the multi emails. Multi emails is this one. So multi emails we are calling in a submit button, which is this one. Multi emails, when you click on this button, it will be sent to it will call a function which is a multi email. So let's see a multi emails in JavaScript. So this is a response, right? This is a response where we are seeing emails has been sent, emails are sending to these emails and something like that. You can see a tiny, you can see, yeah, you can see these emails when you are typing my email address, and sorry, it's showing a message when you checked on first checkbox, this test message and test, so it's showing a sending, right? So this is a response of multi response, and this id is very important, so you have to put this id up here. This is a paragraph tag, and it have id which is multi response. This is a multi response, right? So what we have to do next, so this is a email address, we are getting the value from form to JavaScript. So this is emails, so these are the selectors of jQuery. This is a value, calling a method which is a value. So if you don't know, don't worry about that. You are calling you are getting a value from HTML to JavaScript, and we are sending this data to multi emails.php. So this is a AJAX functionality, so don't worry about that. I will show you emails. So this emails is this id emails, and this subject is this id which is here, this id, and this message is this one, right? So all the emails and all the fields data we are getting from HTML form to JavaScript, and then we are sending this data to multi emails.php, right? And emails, this emails we are splitting, right? We are separating all the emails by this comma. Automatically it will be add when you click two emails, right? When you click this emails, it will be separate, right? So what the next thing is, we are putting a AJAX functionality. So $AJAX, and its type is post, and path URI. Path URI is this one. This is a this is a file. Sorry, this is a file where we are sending the data, right? And these are the data we are sending to this that file, right? So let's first understand the multi emails.php. So multi emails.php is basically we are sending emails, right? So I'm including this php mailer.php, where we are adding this function. Let's see this one, yeah. So inside I have a class which is smtp mailer, right? So I have included my php mailer libraries, why autoload, right? Why vendor autoload.php, and then we have a function which is load, and this is the object of php mailer, and its smtp is true, right? Smtp debug is 0. You have to put it 0 if you want to in a production, right? And this is a smtp host. If you want to use a gmail, you can put a smtp.gmail.com. you can put like this, but I'm using a different smtp server. This is my own cpanel server, right? Right. So smtp true means it will take username and password. HTML is true, it means you can also put your HTML code it here, h1 h2 h3, anything you can put HTML tags, right? And here are you have to put, if you are using the Gmail, so you have to put your Gmail username it here. I'm not putting my, because I don't want to I don't want to I don't want to show my username and password of my SMTP, so I have removed, right? And this is a port number and character sets, and from email you can change anything it here. And from name, I'm sending the emails via ratorji.in, and it says it's returning this mail. So mail, we are returning all the data. All right, so I'm returning the object of the mail. And when you come back to a mail multi emails.php, so this is a multi smtp mailer.php, right? So we are getting this subject, email and message, this three input fields we are getting, right? From here, and this name will be same as this one, email, subject and message, right? So this is the object of smtp mailer, right? We have created the class inside smtp mailer, and we have a function which is load. So load is the function we are loading the smtp or php mailer class, and it has a smtp. This is an object of smtp mailer, and this is a mail. And all the emails are coming from this is a email list, right? Sorry, this is a email list, right? So these emails have the comma, so we are exploding, we are removing this comma from this input fields, right? So it has a comma, which is this one, so we are removing this comma, and will be separate that email, right? So it will be separate. First, if you have 100 emails in this text area, it will be separate, and it will be separate one by one, right? So email address will be here, right? So this it will send the first email address. It will add to this method of mailer, php mailer class. So it will take address and hello, and then the subject and the body, and body is the message we are putting it here, right? So it's pretty easy. And if the mail has been sent successfully, it will show a success. So when you go back to here in a JavaScript, so if it has a success message, if you have a response, the data response have a success, it means it will be sending to a successful message. And you can put anything it here, or you can put it send, right? Sent. So the email has been successfully sent, it will show a success message like this. And if you have any error, it will show a response will be a data. It means it will have anything in an error, right? You can see mail dot error info, right? So the multi emails we have done. So now we have to execute this multi emails by automatically by set the interval time, right? So let's update, right? Sorry, let's update the text area when we click on this checkbox, right? So when we click, this text area will be update, means it will be add the emails when you check or uncheck like this, right? So what we will do, that when the master check has been checked, we are calling the function after clicking update text area, which is this one, right? So update text area have the value, which is a all value, right? So all value have array. We are push and pop the element like this. So the all user, this is id, which is here. Let's see this id all user here, no sorry, here. So all users have a tr and td. You can see tr, which is this one, and td have checkbox. You can see have the checked, it means all the checkbox has been checked. So the all each checkbox we can push the value of current checkbox, right? If it is checked, we can push the value of this email to in array, and we can show the value of emails. So dollar sorry, has or email. So this is the id of our email here, right? You can see here, yeah, this is emails. and all the emails, right? So there's two things we have understood, and now we have to activate, we have to set the interval time. It will send one emails, then second it will be automatically loop through this multi emails function, right? So for that we have to add a var and I, right? So this is the interval time is first is 0. Not interval time, it will count the email, right? So we have a function which is a email loop, right? And it will take all the emails. We are passing one parameter it here, and then we are getting all the emails address. It will get a first email, second email, it will be increment, right? So you can see plus plus, right? So if all the emails has been finished, it means it will send, it will select first email, then it will send, and second, the time interval is 1000 millisecond, it means 1 second, right? So it will send a first email, then it will be the time interval is 1 second, and then it will send another email from a list it will take automatically, right? So this is loop through. So email loop, you can call this email, right? Email loop to this function inside multi email, which is this one, and it will take emails. This email is the all the emails and separated by comma, right? So if you have a problem, right? So if you have a problem to understand this code, so you can write a comment, and I will also provide you a source code in a video description, so you for better understanding. So I don't know you understand 100%, I'm not sure, because this is a, if I write a code line by line, it will be very lengthy, and the length of the video will be so longer. So I've decided like this, and providing you a source code too. So thanks for watching, uh, and let me know what you think about this video, right? So I'm expecting much more things and much more users, and I'm expecting more likes on this video. So please keep support me, right? So thanks for watching, and if you are not able to find a source code, let me know, right? I will give you a source code, right? It's true.